Welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Brooks Monaghan. And Coach, a great start to conference season, and you find yourself in a familiar place back in first place. And after everything that's gone on this season with players playing in international competition, this team trying to kind of find itself, you start out conference play against the 6th-ranked team in the country, UCF, and a huge win to maybe propel you here second half of the season.
It was perfect timing, with everything that you mentioned, and obviously we're ecstatic. UCF is a very good team. They were ranked 6th for a reason. But we've told our kids that they can, we're talented enough to play with anybody, but they just needed to be proven that. And I think obviously with the result that happened, they absolutely were.
It sounded like a typical Memphis UCF game, tight. Then near the end, this one in overtime, and a lot of them have come down to the last couple of minutes in regulation. Some have come down into overtime. Kylie Davis puts the ball in the back of the net, and you come away with that 2-1 win.
Yeah, obviously very proud of the kids, and the way they came out after the end of the game and carried it into overtime. But it was just an overall team effort. The mentality was right. And, a great result at the perfect time.
Kylie Davis, for her efforts last week, earns Conference USA Co-Offensive Player of the Week. She's on the top drawer National Team of the Week, so some nice honors for her. Maybe the biggest thing of the weekend is you come back with a big win over Southern Miss because you put so much emotion, even though you probably stress it as it's another conference game, although it's a little bit bigger being UCF. Didn't seem like any kind of letdown for Sunday. You came out, you got on the board quickly.
Yeah, there's a big target on our back, and the kids know that. And it's always a concern from a coach. After a big win, how are you going to come out the next day or 2 days later? And I thought the kids did a pretty good job. I mean, the first 2 minutes of the game, they got 3 corners right off the bat, and I was like, oh no, here we go. But they did a great job. It was great in a lot of ways. We got to get just about everybody on the field to play some quality minutes, which allows us to be stronger in the future, and deeper in the future. So it was a great weekend overall, and you just try to carry this momentum into this coming weekend.
Announced as well, one of your freshmen, Marissa Duguay, a Defender College Soccer 360 weekly honor roll. So some of your newcomers, some of your young kids, as they usually do in your program, being recognized nationally.
Yeah, Marissa had a great weekend. I didn't know that she got that award or whatever, but I know that she deserves it, and we just hope that she, these kids, some of these younger kids, they're getting better day by day. We tell them, just look, put your head down, work hard, listen to what we're saying, and Marissa's a fine example of that, and the talent's there. We knew that, but we expect the awards to continue to come for somebody like her.
Getting everyone back now, and then getting everyone on the same page a couple of weeks ago, and now 2 games in the conference season, this has to seem like the team you thought you would have this year. This has got to be as close to a quote-unquote rebuilding year as you've had, even though you were picked to win the conference this year.
Yeah, I never wanted to say it was a rebuilding year. I don't necessarily believe in that because usually you know what you're losing and stuff, and you got to bring in the right players the next year. But yes, we had some big shoes to fill, and like you were saying, it's about getting everybody on the same page. And I think we're close. We're not quite there, but that's okay. As long as we continue to improve week to week, then I'll be a happy man. But last week's preparation for this past weekend was very good. At training today, it was good. It was good today, and. These kids, they're excited. They're excited. You can see the excitement, and they're excited for this weekend.
This weekend you have 2 home matches again. So you're starting off conference play, and we've talked about it in years past, the unbalanced schedule of home and road games. This year it kind of cycles maybe into your favor, at least early, because you have 4 home matches to start off with. So you want to capitalize, and you have another team that's up there with you in first place in East Carolina. They're 2-0, so that'll be a big match Friday.
Yeah, they're a tough team. I know the coach extremely well. He does a great job. They're very well coached, very well organized, and we're going to get their best game. So, they're coming off 2 wins. Their confidence is going to be extremely high, and we're going to have to be at our best come Friday and Sunday.
Let's talk about Sunday as well. I believe Marshall comes into town on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, much improved team. They just had a huge result against UTEP, 4-1, and so again, they're going to be carrying a lot of confidence. into this weekend. And, you know, every game it's so important that the focus is there and we come and we bring our best because, as I said before, we've got a huge target on our back.
I would assume one of the things you look for this week in practice, especially out of the newcomers, how do they handle the success? They've come through some adversity early in the season. They handled it very well, but now you're sitting 2-0. You've beaten the top 10 team. Things are going really good. How are you going to handle the success? Do you carry the momentum, or do you let it be a distraction?
Yeah, no, these kids, I feel like they're doing a good job with it. I think they truly believe that we're not as good as we can be, and that's in their head, and that's a good thing, you know, and they're exactly right. You know, we still have a ways to go, but, you know, we're getting closer.
Well, it sounds good. Coach, it's always a good thing never to have a team that's just not satisfied.
Sure.
Coach, great weekend. Best of luck this weekend at home.
Thank you.
That is Head Coach Brooks Monaghan. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.